Hello, Ms. Adams. Thank you for getting in touch with me. I certainly recognize your concern here. We know that Chestnut can't back out of this agreement based off of financing concerns. It sounds like Chestnut is looking for an excuse to either buy themselves some time or terminate the agreement, and invoking the material adverse change provision of the agreement would be their best way to do this. So it seems at this point you have two options. First is you could not renegotiate the agreement, or you can, of course, renegotiate the agreement. So let's talk about not renegotiating the agreement. What would happen? Well, based upon my professional experience and the current trends in the M&A world, Chestnut is likely to call the MAC provision, and you would need to sue Chestnut in order for them to perform under the contract. We would be asking a court to find that no material adverse change had actually occurred and that Chestnut had unlawfully repudiated the agreement. So let's talk about the law on this subject. First of all, Chestnut has a high burden here, and they would have to prove that these events had threatened the overall earnings potential of your business in a durationally significant manner. So how are courts interpreting these situations? Well, courts are actually very willing to look at the overall context of the negotiation in order to construe against buyers that are looking to escape, much like Chestnut in this situation. So here, in my professional opinion, as the situation stands, I believe a court would brush off a 30% loss. But they would take a hard look at your redemption rate. And the problem is that as more clients start to redeem their investments, the more permanent the situation is going to be considered from a court. And the more permanent the situation, the more likely a MAC clause, a MAC instance had actually occurred under the provision. So in this regard, if you don't renegotiate the agreement, despite your case under the circumstances being very strong, you really gamble the chance that your redemption rate increases and a court of law would find that the agreement is terminated. So let's talk about your second option, renegotiating the deal. The cost, of course, is that you're allowing a worse deal for TriStar. But you take the MAC call off the table, at least for now. You save legal expenses. You have a better chance of getting this deal done faster, and before you're in a position to actually witness whether this economy goes into a downward spiral. So to summarize, legally you can hold Chestnut's feet to the fire with the current circumstances, but if investors start redeeming their investments, your chances of winning this war reduce significantly. My recommendation is to renegotiate the deal. This way, you can take the MAC off the table for now, and you really gain more control over the destiny of the deal, thus giving TriStar a better chance to get the deal done faster, which was your overall objective.